Welcome to my channel.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to our podcast. I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're talking about something that almost everyone struggles with at some point in life: having the courage to start something new. Maybe you've always wanted to learn a new language, change your career, start a business, go to the gym, or even create your own YouTube channel. But every time you think about it, fear holds you back. So, why is it so difficult to begin? And how can we find the courage to take that first step? Joining us today is our guest, Emily. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited to be here because this topic is something I've experienced personally.
Let's start with a simple question. Why are people so afraid to start something new?
I think it's because we're afraid of uncertainty. We don't know what will happen. We ask ourselves questions like, what if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? Or, what if people laugh at me? Those thoughts can stop us before we even begin.
I think that's very true. Sometimes we haven't even started, but we've already imagined every possible failure.
Exactly. Our minds often focus on the worst-case scenario. But what if we asked ourselves a different question? Instead of saying, what if I fail? We could ask, what if this changes my life for the better?
I love that. We often spend so much time thinking about what could go wrong that we forget to think about what could go right.
That's right. Every opportunity comes with uncertainty, but it also comes with possibility.
Many people believe they need confidence before they can start. Do you agree?
Actually, I think it's the opposite. Confidence usually comes after you start, not before. Imagine learning to ride a bicycle. You weren't confident on your first day. You became confident because you kept practicing.
That's a great example.
The same is true for almost everything in life. Public speaking, learning English, driving a car, or starting a business, they all feel uncomfortable at first. But every time you practice, your confidence grows.
So, taking action builds confidence?
Exactly. Action creates experience, and experience creates confidence.
Another reason people hesitate is because they compare themselves to others.
Yes, and that's a big mistake. We often compare our first chapter to someone else's final chapter. We see successful people and forget that they were beginners too.
That's such an important reminder.
Every successful athlete, entrepreneur, teacher, or musician once knew nothing about their field. They improved because they kept learning and practicing.
What advice would you give someone who feels overwhelmed by a big goal?
Break it into smaller steps. Let's say your dream is to speak English fluently. Don't focus on becoming fluent overnight. Instead, learn 10 new words today. Listen to one podcast tomorrow. Practice speaking for 10 minutes the next day. Small actions may seem unimportant, but they add up over time.
People often underestimate the power of small improvements.
Exactly. Success is usually the result of hundreds of small actions, not one giant leap.
Let's talk about failure. Many people avoid trying because they're afraid of failing.
Failure is something we all experience. The difference is that successful people don't see failure as the end. They see it as feedback. Every mistake teaches you something. If your first presentation wasn't great, you'll know what to improve for the next one. If your first business idea doesn't work, you'll have valuable experience for your second idea. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of success.
I really like that perspective. Another challenge is worrying about other people's opinions. Many people never start because they're afraid of being judged.
That's true. But here's something I've learned. People are usually much more focused on their own lives than on yours. Even if someone criticizes you, don't let that stop you. The people who achieve their goals aren't the ones who never receive criticism. They're the ones who keep going despite it.
That's encouraging. Do you think it's ever too late to start something new?
Not at all. You're never too old to learn a language. You're never too old to change careers. You're never too old to improve your health. You're never too old to follow a dream. The best time to start may have been years ago, but the second best time is today.
That's a wonderful message. Before we finish, what's one final piece of advice you'd like to share with our listeners?
I'd like everyone to remember this. Don't wait until you feel completely ready because you may never feel that way. Start before you feel confident. Start before everything is perfect. Start even if you're afraid. Because every expert was once a beginner, and every success story began with one small step. The life you want might be waiting on the other side of that first step.
That's truly inspiring. Thank you so much for joining us today, Emily.
Thank you for inviting me. I hope today's conversation encourages everyone to stop waiting and start taking action.
And thank you to everyone listening. If there's something you've been wanting to do, a dream you've been putting off, a skill you've been afraid to learn, or a goal you've been waiting to pursue, let today be the day you take your first step. Remember, you don't have to be fearless to begin. You just have to be brave enough to start. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and never stop believing in your potential. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.